This chapter is all about file management. And in this lesson, we're going to start out by taking our familiar engine for motion assembly and doing a few things with it. That file should be on your recent files list. If you just go to the File menu with nothing else open, Engine for Motion is right there. Now, the first thing that we're going to do with this assembly is we're going to make a copy of it. And we're not just going to make a copy of the assembly, but we're going to make a copy of all of the parts in the assembly as well. This is something that you may do in SOLIDWORKS frequently. A lot of existing users find themselves doing it from time to time. But first, let's address another situation that has to do with file management. Sometimes when you open up a file, in particular an assembly, you will have this setting turned on, whether you know it or not. And this is under Tools, Options, Performance, Automatically Load Components Lightweight. Now we can set our assembly to lightweight by right-clicking on it and selecting Set Resolve to Lightweight. Now, if you open up a SOLIDWORKS document and it's showing everything lightweight, it is probably opened much faster than usual, but there is some information that is not loaded. You can rotate it. It's got all of the 3D visual information there. But the assembly is not going to be able to rebuild, and there are a few other issues that you may have from time to time. In order to get all of the information loaded, one way to do it would be to open up a part in its own window. So I'll click on this part and open it. Now when I go back to the assembly, that part is no longer lightweight. It has all of the information loaded. You can load the parts individually by right-clicking and set to resolve, or you can unlightweight the whole assembly by right-clicking the assembly and selecting Set Lightweight to resolve. This gets involved with the various states that SOLIDWORKS parts and assemblies can find themselves in. We've talked about hidden components, and we can hide a part just by clicking on it here. So the engine block is no longer seen. Its data is still there, but its visual information is not being used. If a part is lightweight, that means just the opposite of hidden. That means that you can see it, but its data is not being used. You can also suppress a part by clicking on it and click on the Suppress tool. Suppressing a document in a SOLIDWORKS assembly means that the data is not used and there is no visual information either. It's as if the part never existed. The file will still exist on the hard drive, but it's not being accessed by SOLIDWORKS. And then, of course, the state that we have here is not hidden, it's shown, it's not lightweight, and it's not suppressed. Lightweight and suppressed form kind of a three-way relationship with another state called resolved. It's not a simple on or off switch to have it suppressed or unsuppressed, or lightweight or unlightweight. The states are called lightweight, suppressed, and resolved. Let's go ahead and suppress this part. That will also suppress the various mates that go with it and other parts that may be dependent on this part. You can then right-click and set to resolve, but you also have an option on the left-click shortcut menu to use the unsuppressed option. Unsuppressed and set to resolve are essentially the same thing. The word resolve just has more meaning to it. It can also mean the opposite of lightweight.